evening, everyone. My name is Chris Cooper, known as the Channel Guy Trader, and I'm reporting to you live from Wall Street Trading Satellite Office down in sunny South Florida. Today's date is Monday, January the 28th, 2013, and here is today's After the Bell Market Summary brought to you by WallStreetTrading.com. I want to first off by taking a look to see how the indices closed the session out here today. The Dow Jones was down a little over 14 points. The Nasdaq was up a little over 4.5 points. The S&P 500 was down just about close to 3 points, closing the session down 2.78. We take a look at the breadth here. We had 3,277 issues declining. We had 2,911 issues advancing on the NYSE, Nasdaq, and the Amex. We had 888 issues making new highs and 63 issues making new lows on the Nasdaq, Amex, and NYSE. So let's take a look to see what took place in the market today. Starting off with the SPY. The SPY was down 18 cents, closing the day down 0.12% here. So, I mean, we had a little bit of pause action today in the markets. You can take a look here. You can see we still remain elevated above these nice short-term moving averages right here, the 8 EMA and the 5 EMA around here around the 149.5 and the 149 level. You can see short-term support is right here around the 149 level, which also is going to line up with the rising 8 EMA. The 20 EMA and SMA is not all the way down till 147 and a quarter. All right, and the breakout level that we are extended from is around this 147.20, which took place in this little breakout of this little consolidation on top of this little prior consolidation that we broke out of right here. So we broke out, consolidated 2 weeks ago, and then now we've had a nice move from this little breakout from 147.27 all the way up, call it 147, all the way up to 150. So we're up about 3 points off of the breakout area. We still remain in this little uptrend. However, I do think we need to get a pullback. Why? Because not many people are participating in these stocks up here, therefore causing some of these stocks are really pretty much basically trade like garbage during the day. So we need some pullback action so we can get more participants involved in these stocks for those people that are looking to buy these dips. So I do believe we will see a little short-term top here soon, but at the moment, continue to ride. At the moment, we're just going to keep on continuing to ride and play the buy the dip action, which we've been calling out. If you guys been keeping up with our midday market updates, we've been pretty much leading you guys pretty much to the T. I could go ahead and give you guys an example right now. Taking a look at the 5-minute chart of the ES, we had our traders watch a key trend line that took place overnight that we were able to use intraday. We called the market for a short right here. If you guys watch the midday market update, and inside our trading room, we got our traders to watch this key trend line again to get short the ES up here around the 14.89.5 level, which is sold all the way back down to 14.95. And during the midday market update, when I was telling you guys this could be a good area to get short off this key trend line, and we'll be looking for a move back down towards 14.94.5, where we expect buyers to come back in, and that's exactly what happened. And you can see where we got these key levels and these key ranges based off the prior day's action on Friday, and you can see all that action in our midday market update. If you want to get involved with what we're doing, go to our website, WallStreetTrading.com. Fill out the form on the right-hand side to get access to our intraday live trading room with real-time trades and real proactive traders. All right. In any case, here SPY is looking to pull back. However, right now, we're looking for the SPY to pull back. However, right now, we're just sticking with the trend, continue to buy the dips until that doesn't work anymore. And support level you want to be watching right now is around the 149.5 level. As far as resistance goes, you want to be watching this 150.35 level on the SPY. Let's take a look at the triple Qs. All right, let's take a look at the triple Qs. Triple Qs are trying to break outside of this little range right here. Okay, they attempted to break back over that key 67.38 level that I've been giving you guys. They failed. You can see they got rejected right there at 67.38. And really, until we get out of this little range right here in the Qs, we're kind of just standing by, sitting on the sidelines on some of these technology stocks. There has been some money to be made in some of the energy stocks, but now those are starting to pull back as well. And the triple Qs needs to get above 67.38. If we don't break above 67.38, we're just going to continue to drift maybe sideways, and then possibly some sellers might come in if they start to sell the other indices, and this could definitely probably roll back down towards 66.22, and maybe even this little gap fill down here towards 65.15. So a lot of telltale stuff that I think could take place this week that could give us more clues on where this market's heading. Now let's take a look at the IWM. The IWM is holding up pretty well. Again, we remain above this nice little key trend line that we were able to use as a kind of roadmap. We still remained above the rising 5 EMA, 8 EMA, so these little short-term accelerated trend lines are continuing to act as support. Until that changes, stick with the trend. Buy the dip is still working. You can see that happened today. They bought the dip again, and it just continues to work until it stops and doesn't work anymore. Levels you want to watch on the IWM is going to be down here around the 89 level. Call it 89, 89.30. Call it 89. If we could break above today's highs over say 90 and a quarter, we can maybe start making a move up towards 90 half and maybe 91. However, I know there's a lot of traders out there that aren't not looking to get long stocks up here. They're waiting for a pullback. So I think the best thing the market can do right now is pull back so people can get involved in some of these nice setups at lower prices and try to ride the wave right there. Let's take a look at the dollar futures, see how the dollar futures reacted today. The dollar futures were, come on, this thing's taking up a little time here to upload. The dollar futures were a little bit weak today. You can see that we traded kind of sideways slower than we just recovered a bit off the lows. The euro dollar was trading pretty much sideways. Volatility had a nice little spike up today. They bought the pullback in the volatility. So you can definitely see there's some people buying protection here in these markets. Take a look at the dollar. The dollar still is going to give us this little kind of wedging pattern here that's starting to form against this 80 quarter level and this nice little rising trend line we have right here. And if this wedge starts to get tightened up here and we break down, you're going to have a nice little move to the downside of the dollar. However, if the wedge starts to hold and we break back above 80 and a quarter, you're going to see a nice expansion move back up towards these highs up here. So a lot of interesting action again taking place. We just need a little bit more time to see how we can translate these into some investing ideas in different key sectors, some sector rotation ideas and stuff like that. Which we haven't had a problem doing that. Again, we did call to watch the energy sector. We did say that the best way to play that was via the ERX. And that was back here when the ERX was down here at 54. Now it's at 60, so it's up $6 from that call of us telling you guys to watch the energy sector for that sector rotation and the energy, along with a lot of the energy stocks being high. But so we're definitely going to be watching that dollar to see if the dollar continues to get weak. If it does, we're going to be looking for some buying pressure to take place again in the energy sector, but via the crude oil. You can see crude oil is trading in a range here between 95 and 97. A break over 97 takes us to 98. A break below 96 would take us back down towards 95 support. We break below 94, 95. You're going to be looking for support around the 94 level. Been mentioning the fact that the USO is kind of lagging behind the crude oil futures. You can see again how the USO is still trying to break past this little supply resistance right here. Has a gap fill at 35.57. If crude oil was to trade strong, this could definitely trade over these highs of 35 and trade up here towards 35.60 or so. But at the moment, we need to see this USO break above 35 if we're looking for this USO to catch up to the crude oil futures and kind of show a little bit momentum like the crude oil futures are doing right now. All right, let's take a look at the volatility index, the VIX. Volatility index is back above 13.5 here, kind of back above those little support levels that we've been holding since back here in August, since back here in September, back here in October, and we were holding that level again back here in January. We'll say early January. Now we're back above this 13.5 level. Let's see if it can continue. If it can continue. If it does, we break above 14. We're going to be looking for a move up towards 15 on the volatility index on the VIX. Let's take a look at gold futures. Gold futures, they were hanging in there a little bit today. You can see they were down a little bit. Sorry, 1 second here. You can see they were down a little bit today, and then we got a nice little bounce off this key trend line area. It's going to be very important to see if the gold holds right here, because if we don't hold on the gold right here, we can see a nice move back towards like 1640 and 1630. Then 1630 is going to be the real telltale level. If we break below 1630 and we start holding below that level, we could definitely see some people start to pile in and go to the short side, as that would be giving us more conviction that we're going to start coming back down towards these lower levels down here towards like 1600 or so. So we'll see. Still need a little more time in that, but it is at this key inflection area where we have to watch go closer to see what it's going to do here. Let's take a look at the GLD, since I know a lot of you home gamers or people like to watch the GLD. And the GLD had this nice little upward channel on it, and we broke below that little upward channel right there. So holding below 160, we can expect to move back down towards 159, 158 and a quarter. Let's take a look at the SLV. All right, and the SLV is heading back towards that key 29 level that we were holding for from December 20th all the way here to January the 7th before we started lifting off of that level there. So a lot of interesting things going on in the precious metals. They still remain weak. You can take a look at the GDX. The GDX was down 44 cents today. That little compression pattern that we talked about has taken place here. Has taken place, I should say. And it still has some more downside. Uh, GDX doesn't have any support until like around the 40 level. If you take a look at the weekly chart, which we showed in the weekend review, some decent support is around 40. So I'm really not looking to get involved in the sector to the short side. I'm rather pretty much just wait for it to wash out a little bit more than try to see if we can find some longs. So pretty much not doing nothing in the GDX sector, but still looks pretty weak there. Next support level is going to be down here towards $40.38, and then back down here towards $39.20 level there. As you can see, we were not able to break back by this little yellow channel area, which I've been highlighting for the past couple weeks to months there. Let's take a look at the semiconductor stocks via the SMH. BMW had earnings after the bell. They got pretty much they got pretty hit bad. I know this is not the SMH, but I just want to talk about this real quick because this is going to cause some selling pressure. Maybe some technology stocks, the little data storage stock, the little computing stocks here. BMW got smashed. CMR had some buying into the close. I guess they really expected some good numbers from BMW. CRM got smashed a little bit down there as well. Let's take a look at EMC. EMC got smashed. You can take a look at NTAP. These data storage stocks. NTAP got smashed a little bit. SNDK. SNDK didn't do anything right there. Let's take a look at WDC as well. See what WDC did. And WDC got smashed. So some of these technology stocks are going to have some selling pressure tomorrow in the data storage stock, in the data storage sector from those BMW earnings right there. And that's going to definitely cause some selling pressure. And in the STX, you can see this one got hit. This is actually what's causing some of the weakness inside of the data storage stocks right here. This STX earnings was not able to beat to the upside, and they smashed them. I haven't even, honestly, you guys, I haven't even really got a chance to look at the numbers on STX. I will later on tonight, but right now it looks like they did not like those earnings, so it's selling off there. We have to reevaluate the situation back again tomorrow. But think about it, it is coming a long way from down here at 25 back here in November, or say the beginning of December, and it's all the way up here at say 38 area, call it. What else do I want to talk about here? Apple got a nice little bounce today that helped keep the Qs up a little bit there. Apple was up $9.95 today. Still not a big fan of this. I really pretty much don't even trade it really. But if Apple starts to catch a bid, we'll maybe dip our toes in there and try to play some of that action. Amazon sold off today. They have earnings coming out tomorrow night after the close. I believe it's after the close. Let me take a look here. Second. Yeah, it's after the close, after the market closes. Amazon. It's gonna be pretty interesting to see what Amazon does. You can see they sold it off right here after having a nice big up day on Friday, looking pretty good. They sold it right off. We did not get involved in any of that action right there, but we'll definitely be looking at it tomorrow. And let's take a look at some of these financials. Some of these financials may need to pull back here. JP Morgan was down 52 cents. These stocks are extended here. Goldman Sachs. Take a look at Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs was down 31 cents today. Still, they're still holding the rising 8 EMA and 5 EMA, but these look vulnerable for a pullback, maybe back down towards the 20 EMAs to some better support levels. So we're going to be looking in some of these financials to see if they want to fade and see if we get some profit-taking action in those names here. So aside from that, guys, some good action in the markets today. We had a lot of good calls in the chat room this morning here. We caught some of the IBM in the morning to the top side. We caught some RIG. We caught some of the Facebook on the open. Joseph A. Bank gave you a little opportunity in the afternoon that we caught. Let's see, what else did we catch? Sears had some decent action that we had some alerts go off for. What else? Anything else I'm missing? CRM had some great action to kind of trade in the last little hour there when they started buying the close, which I was highlighting on our Facebook page and stuff like that. So make sure you check us out, guys. WallStreetTrading.com. Facebook, you go to Wall Street Trading, you catch it. You can see some of the stuff we post there. And then me, myself, Channel Guy Trader, I have my own Facebook fan page as well under Channel Guy Trader. You can check out where I post a lot of informative information as well. Aside from that, have a great day, guys. I'll catch you guys bright and early in the chat room tomorrow morning. Be there at 8:20 and check to see how we get set up and prepare to battle this market and other traders in the morning. Have a great day, guys, and cheers.